Greetings, travelers. I am the misshapen chair. Some will even call me the chairman. Recently, I've been having creative blocks. I feel as if I have been missing that spice to really make my videos much more heated and tingly for the viewer experience. I was trying to understand what it was I was lacking. Was I slowly becoming shapen despite my utmost efforts? On my journey of self-discovery, I had to ask myself the ultimate question. What inspired me to make Final Fantasy XIV videos in the first place? And in my delirium, a video popped up on my feed, one that came to me in my time of desperation. Ah, you were at my side all along, my true mentor. Awful Final Fantasy XIV videos, because you know what's better than a bad video? A mediocre one. I wanted to make videos that were more, only to join the ranks of bland, ice-cold, and generic takes that don't get the people going. I became exactly what I thought I was here to destroy, and in my revelation, I also pondered a second question. Who am I? What is my role in this highly niche space of content creation? I wanted to make videos that I like to watch, ones that would fill me with rampant anxiety after posting them, figuring that the backlash would overtake my weak willpower. And that's when the second epiphany hit me.
I'm the Joker, baby!
Why even care? There's already a large portion of people who don't like my existence, and I'm not going anywhere other than straight to hell where I belong. I must become the villain again. The world isn't ready to handle me at my worst, so to compensate, I'm going to become even worse than that. I said the game was easy, and now it's getting even easier. Why is everyone such a fucking wuss? I thought Dancer was as easy as it would ever get, and they decided to make Dancer even easier. Oh, boo-hoo, I have to put some work in to make the job function. Gonna go cry to Papa Yoshi P? Try not to shit yourself on the way there. I think it's more sad that these people are indulged and rewarded for their incompetence. You know, if you put the same amount of time and effort that you put into bitching on forums into the actual game itself, you might even start to get to the mediocre level and experience some amount of happiness for overcoming challenges that were put in your way. You know what? I am annoyed at the direction they want to take this game. You know why? Because the game doesn't require you to have anything resembling a cohesive rotation for any content that isn't Savage or Ultimate. So why does it even fucking matter that some rotations require some effort to pull off? Every job was cyclic before, but now it's really just everyone lining everything up every 2 minutes. There's nothing interesting to go around. Speed kill groups started taking ninja again and realized the benefits of having a 1-minute raid buff, and now it's all gone because some aerosol sucker drifted their trick attack and misaligned it at the 2-minute mark. God forbid you put some practice into the only thing your job is known for. Remember when Yoshi P said that ley lines was still going to be on a 90-second cooldown? You think that this is going to get the average face roller or glue sniffer to all of a sudden start succeeding in hard content? If you don't have the motivation to learn how to play a job, you aren't going to have the motivation to learn the mechanics in a fight. Here's what I think. I think it's okay that not every player likes every job. I think it's a good thing that some jobs are harder, simply because it's designed to appeal to those types of players. If you want to play Black Mage and you can't handle the lack of mobility, I want Yoshi P to look them in the eye and say, "Get good, scrub." Hire fucking Hidetaka Miyazaki to tell them on your behalf. Hell, you can even hire me. I can be the fall guy, the one that's forcing people to learn, so I can milk some YouTube views with my guides. What's that? There's some sickos that like the pets being a piece of shit? Great, let them have their fun. I'm not entitled to play that shit because I have other jobs that I can play instead. Can't handle having 2 different filler weaves on Samurai? Can't handle the fucking cast times? Play a different fucking job. Oh, what's this? I signed up to be a janitor and you want me to go plunge a toilet? It's literally in the job description. Go waste someone else's time. I'm more annoyed since I make guides to teach people how to play at a basic level. And you want to know why I call them all mediocre? Because I want people to realize how hard it isn't. This shit is not complicated to learn. Stop making it any easier. It's starting to slowly kill the veteran players because right now, if the content itself isn't challenging for you, the job is not going to make up the difference. It's better to take a break and unlearn a bunch of shit so that you have something to feel again when you come back to the game. Like, I actively want to get worse just to have fun again. If I have buffs to manage on Samurai, at least I have something to do in a piece of content where nothing is happening. Now I just press any old combo with fuck all intent and it's all meaningless. You want to know why it's fine for some stuff to require effort? Because pulling something off in content that's challenging or frustrating makes your success that much more satisfying. Learn to live a little, people. Stop being so afraid to let players fail. You have to suck at first to start getting better at something, but if you have that spark, that drive, almost anyone can eventually succeed. You think I was good at this game at first? I struggled against fucking 4-man Titan when I started playing, and that shit ain't even hard at all. And now I'm playing every job in the game at the top of the bell curve. Imagine growing as a player. No one is entitled to a clear of any high-end duty. Some of you really need to understand that instead of falling over and throwing a tantrum when you hit a wall, you learn what you need to do to make it work. Jobs require you to weave a bunch of bullshit? Fucking do it. Don't like it? Play a job that doesn't require you to do it. Do what must be done. Why do I care so goddamn much about a button that I press before another one? Why does Reaper get to weave Bloodstock? Why do we have combo actions? Why do we have buttons on timers? Why does Bard have procs? Why did she leave me? You really want every job in the game to be the exact same thing with a different little flavor on top of it. What a fucking joke. I'm not even hardcore. I'm like the most casual player of hardcore content. I don't want them to make it easier for me. I want to struggle. I want the content to beat me down and fuck me up. I want it to call me stupid. Let me wallow in the filth and muck of suckage. You should drop a combo once in a while. You should miss some positionals. You should drop a cast bar. Learn to live a little, people. I don't want CACBot to tell me what to do. I want to fuck it up until I don't. Stop pandering to the lowest of the low in this game, because it doesn't matter how fucking easy you make it. People who don't want to put the work in are never going to, no matter how low you set that bar. Let them fester in normal dungeons with their 25% GCD uptime. Don't baby them in some hard shit. What you want is a nice, healthy middle ground. You want people to know what they need to do to make a job work, but put some effort in to utilize it. I hate optimizing, but you know what? It is cool to watch people push this game to the fucking limit. Give them room to do that. It's never going to affect the average player. It doesn't even affect the average RPer, or the average ERPer, or the average plebeian, or even the average Dark Souls fan. Speaking of learning jobs, I make guides. I've said this before. These guides are here to help players realize that the game is not the hardest thing to pick up on the planet. Sometimes these guides might contain a slightly incorrect piece of information. This is true, and I will do it again, fucker. I spend time and effort combing over every little pubic hair that goes into my guides, looking at written resources, video presentations, rotation demonstrations, hitting a dummy for an hour to build up a sense of muscle memory, acquiring gear, and spreadsheet optimizations, as well as delegate my madness out to my ghostwriter, who I never thank enough for her tireless work. Thank you, Ellie. Only for the final product to contain a slightly misworded piece of information that could potentially be interpreted as wrong. Oh, what's that? Is that a genuine human mistake? Why do I even bother? The problem with the video format is that changes cannot be edited on the side or reworded over and over again until the final product is more or less perfect. Think you can do a better job than me? Go ahead, you probably can. But I fucking dare you to make a text guide and never re-edit it a single time and see how that goes for you. My guides were never designed to make you anything other than have a sense of basic competency, making sure that you don't leave any shit behind after wiping your ass. It's not too bad considering it was originally just an avenue to make stupid jokes. I simply try to be perfect and fail. In a similar vein, why don't I make a video on X topic? I could talk about the next patch cycle every single time and cry in a corner when it inevitably gets pushed back once in a while. It would probably get me more viewership, but I'm not here to get raw views. I don't use views or money as my motivator because in creative careers, it's shown to make the content worse. I guess if I'm truly evil, maybe I should start my video making process as, what's going to get me the most views today? I started doing this for fun, and I want it to be fun for me. If making a patch recap video seems like something I can enjoy doing, then I will. If they make changes that legitimately get under my skin, you're probably going to hear about it. Although I most likely won't though, because that's not why the people are here now. There are about 1,000 videos from 1,000 creators that you can watch to learn about another juicy item to sexify your female character that has been released on the fucking cash shop. No, I am the one who made a ha-ha funny video, and that is the only thing I will ever be known for. Nothing else. As I rose up the ranks of the highly competitive and totally relevant subscriber number comparison charts, it's nice to see how people interact with me, or perhaps the better way to phrase it is the way they don't. I am an enigma, an ephemeral existence that people will loosely draw a comparison to as they hide under their covers and pray for the break of dawn. One whose name cannot be spoken out loud 3 times in a row while looking at a mirror with the lights out, or else I might show up behind you and provide a mediocre jump scare. I obviously don't type in Final Fantasy XIV chat hardly ever, if at all, but that's not what I'm talking about. Looking at my most viewed video through the YouTube search engine sure shows a lot of people making a video about watching that video. That's very interesting and a good use of your creative energy, although I can't help but feel a solid chunk of salt that one particular variety of reaction video will continuously get triple or 6 times the view count of the source material. I don't even like putting ads and mid-rolls in my videos, but hey, I have rent to pay too. I don't believe that Mr. Dr. Professor Asmongold is malicious, and his initial shout-out to me helped me grow into the big and strong Lord of Cat Girls that you all know and despise today. At this point, though, I no longer notice a bump in my metrics whenever I get mentioned anywhere. I am just too popular and just too good. However, despite what I just said, allow me to give everyone formal permission and pre-approval to watch my videos and re-upload them with your shitty face cam and red arrow thumbnails and make some money off of it. You don't have to ask me for permission. It's not like you were going to ask in the first place, you leeches. It's very hard to message me in any capacity in places like Twitter, or send a business email to myname@gmail.com, or in the depths of the abyss on Discord, of which, after making this video, I expect to be flooded with nothing but disdain, although even if you asked, I probably wouldn't say no anyways. Acknowledging reaction content in this way is a faux pas, and I expect only the best. I am not a businessman, or even a good one at that, despite being evil. Could I reach out to someone like Asmongold and ask to make some content together? I could. He might even agree to it, although I have never watched any of his content regularly. That's not because I dislike the man or anything, I simply just don't actively watch it. The creator I have collaborated with the most is someone that I watched of my own free will, and thought that we would have a similar set of ideas to work with. We are so similar that most are convinced we are the same person. Yeah, I see you typing the joke right now, fucker. It's old. The true adage of the YouTube dogma. Stale jokes which I either perpetuate and accept or be doomed to be tortured with out of spite. When I do reach out to collaborate, it's usually because I think we might have some common ground. If I did reach out to Asmongold in this exact moment, it would be purely because I want views. A pretty scumfuck move on my part that most viewers would probably ultimately understand. I simply don't want to do that. Although, to clarify my talking point, I am not trying to personally attack Asmongold or what he does. He's merely another cog in the reaction content livestream machine, one that I have personally seen the positives and negatives from. I did watch his video, watching my video, about Final Fantasy XIV versus other MMO, and I think he had a ton of great commentary on the subject, and I don't mean that sarcastically. I just wish my entire video wasn't in that video. Because after watching that, why would any viewer go and watch the source material afterwards? That's right, because they aren't going to in the first place. They don't give a shit about me. They're only there to see you. So what's the big deal? Why am I making this video? Because I can, and I didn't get this far by playing it safe. I want the punishment to flow in from my comment sections to once again fuel my spite. Talk about me behind your backs in hushed whispers because I am purely misshapen. Or did I just use the mentor crown turning me evil as a little bit so I could express some of my negative emotions? I think I'm going to have to start trying a little harder. Will this get me blacklisted from every content creator on the platform? I can only hope so. Now let's get out there and be afraid.